Hello and welcome back. This is UIX Kingwin, and today we're going to be going over a continuation of last week's content. It's going to be the resume that I covered last time, this one right here. But this time I've cut out a lot of the HTML code, so all we really see is the header portion of the resume. Let's put this back down. As you can see, the HTML code is much shorter this time, just for the sake of demonstration purposes. Today, we're going to be going over components and how Vue plays into this. So you might be asking, what is Vue? I've never heard of that before. Well, Vue is a JavaScript framework slash library, and it's primarily used for UI development and kind of rapid fire, just pumping out these kind of components in order to kind of insert them into your own web pages. Um, Vue is also a community-driven framework, so it's very open source, and you can kind of shop around and look at what other people are doing within the community. It's very different from the Angular side, which is more corporation-driven, like Google and Facebook, things like that. So let's just dive right into it. Um, as you can see, you might be noticing that there's very little actual content written into the HTML code, aside from this tag here. But what I've done is I've replaced most of the content with these elements here using the Vue syntax, which is the two curly brackets and then the element name within. You have my name, something I called snip, skills, and then this is something I'll go over in a few minutes, but let's scroll down to my actual Vue code. In order to get Vue running, you're going to need a script source, which you can find here or on the Vue website. By running your script here, I called it just app1 for the point of demonstration. This is the script name, this is what the script does, and then this is the element that is tagged to the script, and then the data is all contained within here. As you can see, there's all sorts of things. You have my name, who I am. I'm just going to call that my snip or my snippet. Skills is kind of a naming convention mistake that I made on my part, but basically you can change this to whatever you want. And as you can see, this is kind of just the list or the bullet list title, and you can change it to let's say something more fitting. We can say skill set, and then it'll change dynamically. A few seconds, boom, you have skill set, and then you have my skill set. Here we have the actual skill set I'm talking about is hidden within an array of strings. You have application prototyping, team player, and low maintenance cost. And you might be wondering, I didn't really see this in your HTML code. Well, that's what I'm going to go over right here. This is an unordered list. And as you can see, I only have one list item tag here. So how is it doing 3 items? We have this enhanced for loop here using v-for. We're using the counter within skill set. This is the syntax that you use. And then obviously you have counter. So it'll go through in a for loop, going through the entirety of this skill set that we mentioned here. And that's how it'll go through the list items and kind of throw them out all like this. So you could technically add more to it without adding to your HTML code. All you have to do is fiddle with your skill set here, throw in a comma. You can say good at stuff. And in a few seconds it'll update, and then you have another bullet point here. So that's primarily how Vue works in a nutshell. One thing that I would like to note is photo. It's a bit different than how you would normally implement it with just your HTML code. You can see right here, you have to use a different syntax using v-bind:\source, and then you call it photo because that's just the object name, and then this is irrelevant. But that's how you would notate an image here. Here it says self-closing tag, so you want to put that backslash there, or just a regular slash, and then notate it here like this. And then you would end it with a semicolon, and that would close out the script. And then that is how you would implement Vue. There's if this doesn't look too great on your OCD side, you can also transfer all of this information into a JavaScript file and throw it into there, and then link it to that file in your code editor, and that would also work as well. So I hope this kind of explains how Vue works in a nutshell. If you need more information on how it works, you can always visit their website. And this has been UIX Kingwin, and I'm out.